Hi, how do you do? I'm Rich Hubert. My video is JW bashing. Keyword is Jehovah's Witness. Now, I'm not going to make an accusation about anybody. I'm not going to tell you about some Taylor wool that occurred to me or anybody else. What I am going to say is, irregardless of what organization you belong to, you should be aware of what's expected of you, what you can do and what you can't do. Now, if a Jehovah's Witness doesn't tell you this information that I'm going to relate to you, it's not I that has bashed a Jehovah's Witness. It's the Jehovah's Witness that's bashed himself. Now, a Jehovah's Witness cannot be a school teacher, police officer, work for a fire department, postal worker, join the military, or have any check from a federal, state, or local government. Jehovah's Witness can't take an oath in a court of law or oath to any person, place, or thing. Doesn't salute the flag or stand during the national anthem. Jehovah's Witness doesn't vote. Jehovah's Witness doesn't go to college. Jehovah's Witness does not participate in any holidays. Not religious holidays or any holidays at all. Mother's Day, Father's Days, birthdays, not even Thanksgiving. Jehovah's Witness does not belong to the Elks Club, Moose Hall, VFW, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, or any structured organization. Jehovah's Witness will attend 5 meetings a week, 2 at the Kingdom Hall on Sunday, 2 at the Kingdom Hall during the week, and 1 meeting at a private residence during the week. Jehovah's Witness will ultimately become a minister and go out in service in the community with a watchtower and weight magazines, hoping to introduce people into becoming a Jehovah's Witness. Well, there are other things you cannot do and can do. Perhaps when you speak to one, you can ask further information. Offhand, I can't think of, I know, can't own a dog. What'd the dog do? Now, let me continue. A survey was taken recently about all religious people from different denominations, and 65% of those individuals thought that the end of the world was going to occur in their lifetime. Well, if you're one of those 65%, perhaps you'd be interested in becoming a Jehovah's Witness. You might ask yourself, why? Well, Jehovah's Witnesses have been spending 100 years now telling people the end of the world is going to occur in their lifetime. I figure by this time they must have figured it out. I personally think we're getting a little close. If you go to Revelation, the last book in the Bible, which is also called the Apocalypse, you will find Armageddon. And this is where all the nations of the world go to a location somewhere in the Arab world, and they go to battle, nation against nation. Well, if you're in the military, you wouldn't want to be there during Armageddon. Your life expectancy wouldn't be very long. Now, a government job during Armageddon, you probably wouldn't want that because Jesus wins at the end of the apocalypse. So it's either God or government. So you wouldn't want a government job. You wouldn't salute the flag. You wouldn't stand during the national anthem. You wouldn't take an oath. You wouldn't vote. And believe me, there's not going to be anybody running for a candidacy during the end of the world. And a college education, what would you possibly do with it? Now, holidays. Holidays? You're not going to get any time off. This is a devastating time to be in existence, to be living through. You're not going to, let's face it, there's going to be food shortages, climate changes, death and destruction. You're not going to have any time off except trying to survive. So you're not going to get a 3-day weekend because Monday is Columbus Day. Elks Club, Moose Hall, VFW, you're not going to belong to any of that. They won't even exist. And you're certainly not going to send your daughter out some Girl Scout cookies in the middle of the apocalypse. Now, the Kingdom Hall might seem like a great place to go. 5 meetings a week seems a lot now, but during the Armageddon, you'll be thinking a lot about praying, like a great many other people will. So the Kingdom Hall would be a nice place to go, but there's the Antichrist. Yeah, he's going to close all the churches, including the Kingdom Hall. But today, the Jehovah's Witnesses are preparing you for the final days. You can go to a meeting in a private residence, Should you trust a Jehovah's Witness? No. You are the one that you should be trusting. Only you. Now, if you're a self-serving individual, you don't care about your mother, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your kids, your wife, your husband, nobody. Only you. Now, you might think that's kind of a cold thing to think about. Well, what do you think everybody else is doing? It's the final days, the end of the world. You think about yourself. If all your wants, needs, and desires have not been met in this world, when you enter into paradise, all those things will be given to you, and much, much more. Okay, let me think. Oh yeah, I remember. You still can't have a dog. What'd the dog do?